two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So through her, two nations will come forth, man. And it says with two different manners, man. Two different characteristics, man. Two different ways. Okay, because when you keep on reading down in this story, it talks about how Esau is a man of the field. Right. Okay, and Jacob is a plain man dwelling in tents. Now, when you look at Jacob and Esau today, Esau is a man of the field. The nigga love to go hunting, man. They the ones, yeah, cunning hunter. They say that too. They the ones who got the room to show you that in Ace Ventura 2. You know what I'm saying? That nigga went in that room. He had all the damn animal heads on the wall. They're the only nation that does that shit, right? Man. Okay, Esau jumping out of he makes sport of tempting the Lord. He jumping out of fucking planes and jumping out with bridges and shit. You know, why Jake just want to chill, man. Jake go where Jake want to party. You know, have a get together, play dominoes and chill. Jake ain't with that shit, man. You see?
That dude, Liver King.
Yeah.
He's a perfect example of an Edomite, bro. Yeah. He eats the raw meat. He lives out in the field. Yeah. Who else could you liken unto a man that lives like that? You know,
that's a lot of their shows. You know, they have the fishing, hunting, all that hunting gear, outdoors. That's geared towards them. They don't want to bring the revenue for them. You know, what's that damn Duck Dynasty shit like that. You know, all that shit like the was going to, man. That's all Esau being outside. That's them kayaking,
man versus wild,
man versus wild, all those different things, man. When you see these people in nature shows, it's simply Esau out there, right? You know.
And like you mentioned, he like to tempt the Lord. You know, we see something happening. Jacob assumed to run away patrol. Esau is tempting the Lord to try to run toward him. You know, when we see things happening, this man is, like you said, jumping off these buildings with a parachute. You know, I'm like, before I hit this ground, I'm gonna get this parachute and land right before I splat to the ground. He tests the Lord. He loves to tempt the Lord. You know, because he basically have this thing that he's spiteful.
Yeah.
You know.
God. Photograph of wild animals, we don't have the mean of it like that. Like the time we have.
That nigga be close, nigga close up like
close as hell, bro. Yeah. You
know. Back in Genesis 25 and 23, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Like I said, more the characteristics of the two. You see, it says one people will be stronger than the other people. And it's clear that you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are clearly stronger than Esau, mentally and physically, man. Right. You see, Esau can't take no goddamn. Esau got, you know, Jake get in there and pump. He can just be genetics, and Jake being there. How can you get so big? Yep. Genetics, man. You know, it's in us. You know, Esau got to take fucking shooting up steroids to try to keep up with Jake. You know, and then when it comes to like spiritually, Esau can't take more affliction, man. That's why he gave up the birthright. He couldn't wait to eat, man. You know? He couldn't wait, bro. Yep. And he can't take. That's why when they lose money or something go wrong, they out the whole family, man. Yep. You know?
You look at 2009 and 2011 when these recession was happening, or like you say, what would Jake do? I mean, Jake was basically working through it. But when you go and start doing your research and looking at Esau, I know it was one incident, this lady basically lost, she didn't even lose all of her money. She had to downgrade to her house. There was an Edomite chick, single mother. What did she do? She offered herself, offered her daughter. That's what Esau do. In the time of adversity, he basically can't deal with it. You know, I think Eddie Griffin said there, you know, you get mad, I'm going to do me, I'm going to do you, I'm going to do myself. You know, he's going to take you out.
That's how they built. The stock market crash was in 1929. Esau was taking swan dives out the window, man, because they can't handle being down. They can't handle being brought down. Like the Greeks going to, they're not mentally tough enough to do that spiritually. Right. You know, Dave Chappelle made a joke about that as well. In one of his recent stand-ups, he was talking about how there was some Edomite that killed himself over some small shit. And then he had a guy that he knew, a Jake, that he went to school with. He was a lawyer, successful baller, married, got the. When he saw him again, found out he had got divorced, his woman took everything. Dude, Jake was living with his mom in his 40s. You know what I mean? Had to completely start from scratch for 10 years. Manager at Foot Locker. He's like, not once does this nigga think to put a pistol in his mouth. You know? Jake is used to it. Jake is strong, but we also been down. You know?
That's why a lot of the media say, you know what I'm saying, talk about it. They say we in a
you know, stand over here, yeah.
Jake been in a recession. We've been eating peanut butter sandwiches and shit.
Right.
We've been going through it, man. You know, it's just them. You know what I'm saying? It's just Esau. You know?
They can resourceful.
Yeah.
They can make a way. You know, they can make lemonade out of fucking peanuts and shit. They can figure out a way. You know?
Yeah, straight up.
Light bread, tomatoes, mayonnaise. Hey, we'll make a tomato sandwich.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about the
Cause you know
don't worry about the meat.
because we have a spiritual strength. Esau's not spiritual at all. He's a carnal man.
Right.
So when it takes, you know, for certain situations you got to deal with in life, you need that spiritual strength, man. So you know, but they don't have that at all. So when it comes down to it, they're not built for the test. And that's what's beautiful about them getting what's their future destiny of going into captivity for that 1,000 years, because they're gonna be forced to be in the captivity. They're gonna be forced to serve. They're gonna be forced to be brought low, which is something we know today, like we're going into. They're not built to deal with, but they're gonna have to deal with it. You know?
You had a power story. They can't just off themselves.
Right.
Bring your ass back here. You're not gonna just take let a snake bite you. Leave it because it's too tough.
Yeah, Esau do that shit.
Yeah, Esau was a bit suicide, Charlie.
I don't know.
Bro, we gonna have the power to make you serve, but in the spirit, what you need to serve.
Right.
You know?
Right back up.
Oh, they even got a show like that where a nigga just get bit by
I don't know what that was about,
Yeah,
bro.
She probably got the nigga name. man.
Homeless or something? I don't know.
Yeah, the pain of the pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they can.
Why would you do that? Yeah, it's really bad. Like, nigga.
5, verse 24. It says that when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Now, we just read in Genesis 38 that the birth of Perez and Zohar, it was twins in Tamar's womb. Okay? Now, keep that in mind.
It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Now, you see, it's describing Esau. It says the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, man. Okay? And when you go on, I think it's in Exodus, around like Exodus 26 maybe. It goes into that how you go into that red all over like a hairy garment, man. All right, when you go into that red all over like a hairy garment, man. When you go into like I say around Exodus the 26th chapter, it goes into the tents of the tabernacle, man. Okay, and it said how the Lord commanded that the outside, I guess the tents would be of ram skin dyed red and badger skin, man. Okay. So that's what it's going into, man. It's just likening the skin tone unto those tent covers, man. Those curtains. You see?
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Keep going there. It's explaining the characteristics of Esau. Read that one more time, bro.
It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Yep.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
So read that top part of that verse one more time.
It says, verse 25, and when the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that, his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
Now you see, it explained the characteristics on how Esau looked, but it didn't explain the way Jacob looked. You see? Because Jacob had you. When you go back into that story that we read in Genesis 38, okay, they tied a thread around the child. Why? To tell the difference between the two, because both of them had pigment, man. But they didn't have to do this in this account, man. Why? Because Esau had that skin tone. They already knew who it was. They already knew the difference between the children, man.
They weren't identical twins.
Right. Exactly. Right. I think that's keep reading, bro.
It says, and after that, his brother came out. His hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field.
See, Dave, and all those examples that brother was talking about, these different shows, to the thrilling, what they call it, the thrills that they like to do, jumping out of planes, bridges, etc. Fucking with animals, crocodile hunter.
Yeah.
Niggas swimming out in the lake with fucking crocodiles. Oh, she's a beaut. Now they said Jacob was a plain man dwelling in a tent, man.
Yep.
You look at our people today, that's what we like to do, man. Jay, you get Jake somebody, Jake on party and chill, man. Showing you that's how this is going into the birth of Esau and showing how that pigment that was that curse, that mark that was upon Cain, is back upon Esau, man, because he is Cain in the regeneration, man. You know?
That same
Esau
banner.
is Cain, that same spirit, man. Like it going into that hatred and everything, man. There's similarities in the story, man.
Song of Solomon 1 and 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. So that shows you right there, Solomon was born of the tribe of Judah, which was the son of Jacob. Right? His name was later changed to Israel after wrestling with the angel. Okay, so that shows you why Isaac didn't say anything concerning Jacob's color, because he was dark skinned.
Right.
And that proves it right there, because Solomon is of that lineage as well.
Right.
You know, so we were all dark skinned at that time. We're still dark skinned. It's the world.
Yep. That's how you can tell. Hey, that's why the scriptures say about Yahushua in Revelation 1 what is it? 1 around 13, 14. You know, how his sheep, man, he was of a burnt brass, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and don't the scriptures say that he was from the tribe of Judah? You know, clearly our Lord sprang out of Judah, man. Tying right back to what the elders wanted to, man. Showing that he's not a so-called white man like portrayed on your pictures in the church houses, man. Okay, there's portrayed all throughout the planet Earth. That image is being pushed forth. And that's how you can tell who the wicked is too, man. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You see? That was a question. If not this man, then who is he? You see? They're the only ones who push forth that agenda. You know, the so-called conquistadors conquered all the lands, man, and brought forth that image and made everybody worship that image, man. And look at him that he is God, man. You know?
And we okay.
See, like what was in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken, that old with the president of Egypt, he said that how
They left black,
they
back
left,
white.
yeah, they
Yeah.
left black, Jews left black, and then they came back white. So it's basically letting you know that, hey, these men were basically stealing identity.
Right.
You know, knowing that he's not the real, they're the small hats. That basically they're not the true Judites.
Yeah.
Showing
You know.
that the niggas are fugitive going back to Genesis 1,
Yeah.
man. That definition of fugitive is somebody who's trying to hide, man. You see?
The biggest case of identity theft ever.
Yep.
They've engulfed the world and its resources through these lies. And it has to be brought up. You know, we bring out the complexion thing because with that vibration, like the image of Cesare, who the world English calls Jesus, they put that image of Cesare up. When our people pray, that's the image that they see is their power.
Yep.
What does that image do? It causes self-depreciation, self-hatred. All right? And an entire nation of people have been scarred and traumatized with that image. So in order for our people to heal, this is a part of the healing, addressing, you know, the true depiction of the children of Israel, who the wicked actually are. These things have to be brought up. And we got a predecessor with, it's not a skin color thing, but it's a great sign that identifies who the people are.
Right. Yeah, the majority of so-called white people, they're Edomites. So now, like I said, not everyone that looks at a light skin color pigment will have some lacking pigment thereof. Look like a so-called white person is a so-called white person. You know, so like I said, but that is a clear, good indicator of the majority of the people.
That's right.
You know, yep. Yeah, I want to make another point. Yeah, and I said, also land back on the brother. Like you said, they praise, they see that image of Cesare Borgia or Serapis Christians.
Yep.
Hey, like the elder brother Mike Allah always say, you control what people see, you control what they believe.
Right.
You know?
They seared that in your subconscious mind. Like you say, when you close your eyes, that's the first thing you think of, like they were trying to break. You know? That's why you I always like bring up Micah 2 and 10, you come out of those ways that understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have the true visual, but I mean, we have a certain visual now that we know that our Lord and Savior name is Yahushua, and he know also that he was a so-called black man, so we don't see that visual of Cesare Borgia, you know, that long, stringy, pale-faced man anymore.
Yeah.
You know, we understand that our power was not him, so we basically did away and came about it that way and that understanding.
Yeah.
You know?
Came up out of the Esau's vibration, man. Everything that he pushes on us, that he pushes on the people, we know is tainted.
And we have Edomites and answers, they answers all the time, well, why does that matter? Well, it matters for truth's sake.
Yeah.
You know, you have to tell the 100% truth, man. Like you said, because if you control what people see, you control what they believe. That's a stronghold.
Right.
Yeah.
Having that image of that so-called white Jesus is a stronghold to our people, man.
That's right, man.
The stronghold is supposed to be the name of Yahweh Shem Shai and have the understanding of our power, what he's about, who he came to save, what nation is he dealing with? Is he dealing with the whole world or is he dealing with a particular nation?